Hello and welcome back to Sketch Capital. Today, we're talking about Palantir. They are a big, complicated company, but we're going to explain what they do as simply as possible. Imagine you have a giant toy box, but all your blocks, cars, and puzzles are mixed up. It's a total mess. You can't find the one piece you need. Palantir is like the world's best organizer. It doesn't make the toys, it helps you sort them so you can build something amazing. Most people don't really get what they do. They don't just build flashy demos, they exist to help the real world work better. The real world is messy, full of old computers that can't share information. Palantir is the glue. It takes information from all those old computers and makes sense of it. It turns messy data into clear choices for people in charge. Governments, hospitals, and big factories use it. Once they start, Palantir sits in the middle of everything they do, like a central command center. They use it for daily planning and guessing what they'll need next. This is where software stops being just a decoration and starts doing real work. Why is this so good for an AI world? Because technology changes fast. New AI models and new computer chips come out every single year. Palantir stays above that fight. It doesn't care which AI horse wins the race. It just plugs in and helps the customer use whatever they choose. That makes them very strong. If one AI model gets old, Palantir just keeps running. It's the brain that translates those smart models into real actions. This is why we call it a computer brain or an operating system. It doesn't replace old systems. It sits on top of them to help them work together. It looks at databases, sensors, and even what people type in. It brings all of that together to create one clear picture of what's happening. Once it's built in, it's very hard to stop using it. Removing it would be like taking the brain out of a company. The stakes are simply too high. Without it, teams would have to go back to messy spreadsheets and guessing. That's a lot of extra work that companies don't want to do. That work creates loyalty. Customers stay with Palantir because they need them to survive, not because of a fancy marketing promise. The real story is how Palantir is expanding into regular businesses. They're helping factories and supply chains work much smoother. They help with energy and healthcare too. These problems get bigger as systems grow. Palantir loves hard puzzles because they are the best at solving them. The company is very strong. They make a lot of profit on each customer, and those customers usually spend more and more money over time. This creates a loop. Once a company starts using Palantir, they rely on it, and that leads to steady money coming into the business for years. Are there risks? Of course. It takes a long time to sell this kind of software, and the stock price can be very jumpy. The stock is jumpy because Palantir doesn't fit into regular categories, but these issues are mostly just noise. They don't change the big plan. Don't focus on the daily noise. Focus on the next 10 years. As the world uses more automation, they will need Palantir even more. The truth is simple. People need a layer that makes all this data work safely and clearly. Palantir is building that layer right now. They make things safe, clear, and fast. They don't need to win the AI race. They just need to be the tool that everyone uses to finish it. Let's look at shipping. Imagine a company with hundreds of ships and thousands of trucks. It's so hard to keep track of everything. Palantir shows them a perfect picture of where everything is. It sees a storm coming and tells the ships to move before it's too late. It fixes schedules and keeps packages moving. Making things work better isn't just a goal. For Palantir, it's the result. What about security? Keeping a country safe is the hardest puzzle of all. There is so much information to look at every day. Palantir brings all those pieces together. It's not about guessing what might happen, it's about organizing the best way to keep us safe. When people's lives are on the line, you need a system you can trust. That's why the biggest organizations in the world pick Palantir. Remember the growth loop? It's called the flywheel. It usually starts with just one small part of a company using Palantir. But once they see how clear everything becomes, the other offices want it too. Soon, the whole company is using it to think. Once you've had this kind of clear picture, you can never go back to working in the dark. Clarity is addictive. This is the secret. It's not just a regular deal, it's a partnership that helps a company grow and change for the better. If you're starting to understand this, you're becoming a strategist. Like and subscribe to join us on this journey. When we look 10 years ahead, the daily noise of the market doesn't matter. Only the strength of the foundation remains. As the world gets more complicated, Palantir becomes even more important. Complicated puzzles are the fuel that keeps them moving. They provide the infrastructure for the future. That means they have a massive advantage over everyone else. This is why the brain analogy is so perfect. It sits on top of everything and makes the whole world work together. This is a global story. From factories to hospitals, the mission is the same: to make sense of what's happening. For someone like you, the choice is clear. Look past the noise and see the structural strength being built for the long term. We are building a more transparent future together. Every video we make helps us understand the market better. Don't let the noise scare you. Palantir stays above the fight. They are focusing on the foundation, not the structural weakness. As the world relies more on robots and computers, we need a system that translates that data into results safely and clearly. Palantir is the tool that everyone will use to finish the AI race. It's the base layer that everything else is built on. Remember the toy box in the store? Palantir turns that mess into a precision instrument. Profit comes through clarity. And the hospital? It saves lives by making sure the information moves faster than the emergency. That is the real world. On the factory floor, it removes the guessing. It keeps things moving when everyone else is stuck waiting. That's mastery. In banking, it catches the thief before anyone gets hurt. It connects billions of dots that no person could ever see alone. In energy, it keeps the power balanced so the lights stay on for everyone. Stability comes through organization. It is the socket. It is the wiring. It is the infrastructure that makes this entire new age of technology actually work. Our mission is to bring you this clarity, to help you see the strong foundation through all the daily market noise. Thank you for being part of this journey. Together, we are building a better future for everyone, one data point at a time. Palantir is the organizer, the brain, and the infrastructure. It is the foundation of the modern world. Thank you for your time. I hope this was valuable for you, and see you in the next video.